My friend, sadness is not your enemy. Let me explain. You woke up today with that weight again, that heaviness in your chest, the kind that has no clear reason, no obvious cause. Maybe you slept well enough, maybe nothing terrible happened yesterday, but still when you opened your eyes this morning, it was there, waiting for you. That quiet ache. People ask if you are okay. You smile, you say yes, you say you are fine, and maybe you even sound convincing. But inside, something else is happening. Inside, something aches in a way you cannot quite name, in a way you are afraid to name. You wonder if this means something is wrong with you, if you should be stronger than this, if other people carry this weight too, or if it is only you. You wonder if sadness is weakness. Let me tell you something, my friend. It is not. You are not weak for feeling this. You are not broken. You are not failing at life because your heart feels heavy today. This message is for you, for the one who woke up tired before the day even began, for the one who smiles through conversations while carrying an invisible burden, for the one who wonders if anyone else feels this lost, this alone, this quietly sad. I see you. I see the weight you carry, the weight no one else knows about, the exhaustion of pretending everything is fine when inside you are barely holding yourself together. You are not alone in this. You think you should push through. You think you should be able to shake this off. You look at other people and they seem so light, so easy, so unburdened, and you wonder what is wrong with you that you cannot be like them. But my friend, you do not know what they carry behind their own smiles. You do not see the battles they fight in the quiet hours. You see only what they choose to show you. And right now, I want you to know something. This sadness you feel, it does not make you less than. It does not make you damaged. It does not mean you are doing life wrong. It means you are human, beautifully, achingly human. You have loved people who left. You have hoped for things that did not come. You have opened your heart and felt it break. You have cared deeply about things in a world that does not always care back. And now you carry the weight of all that loving, all that hoping, all that caring. Of course you feel heavy. I am not here to fix you. I am not here to tell you that sadness is something to be conquered or overcome or pushed away. I am here to sit with you for a moment, to let you know that what you are feeling is not wrong. It is not a flaw. It is not punishment. It is part of what it means to be alive. So if you are carrying this weight today, I want you to know that you do not have to carry it alone. You do not have to pretend it is not there. You do not have to smile through the ache anymore. Not here, not with me. You can rest for a moment. You can let yourself feel what you feel. You can stop pretending just for these few minutes that everything is fine. Because I see you, my friend, and I am glad you are here. There is an old story I want to share with you, a story that has stayed with me for many years, a story that might speak to what you are feeling right now. There was once a woman who carried great sadness. She had lost someone she loved, someone precious to her, and the grief was so heavy, so consuming, that she could barely stand beneath the weight of it. She heard that the Buddha was nearby, so she went to him. She fell at his feet and said, "Please, I have lost everything. My heart is broken. I cannot bear this pain. Take it from me." The Buddha looked at her with gentle eyes. He did not tell her to be strong. He did not tell her that time would heal all wounds. He did not offer her empty comfort. Instead, he said something strange. He said, "I will help you. But first, you must do something for me. Go into the village, find me a mustard seed. But it must come from a home that has never known sorrow, a home where no one has ever lost someone they loved. Bring me this seed, and I will take your pain away." The woman stood up. She wiped her tears, and she went into the village searching. She knocked on the first door. A kind woman answered. The grieving woman explained what she needed. "Have you lost anyone?" she asked. The woman at the door grew quiet. "Yes," she said softly. "We lost our child 2 years ago." So the grieving woman thanked her and moved on. She knocked on the second door. An old man answered. Again she asked her question. "Have we known sorrow?" he said. "My wife died last winter. I miss her every day." The woman thanked him and continued walking. The third home, the fourth, the fifth, every door she knocked on she heard the same thing. A father who had passed, a sister who had been sick, a friend who had left too soon. Every home held loss. Every family knew grief. Every heart had been broken by something. She walked through the entire village. She knocked on every door, and she could not find a single home untouched by sorrow. Finally, as the sun began to set, she returned to the Buddha, empty-handed. But something had changed in her. She looked at him and said, "I thought I was alone in this." The Buddha smiled gently. "You never were," he said. "My friend, do you see what happened? Her pain did not disappear. The Buddha did not take it away. He could not. No one could. But what changed was her understanding. She realized that her grief was not a punishment. It was not proof that she had done something wrong. It was not a sign that she was uniquely cursed or abandoned by life. It was simply part of being human. Every person she met that day carried loss. Every home held sorrow. Every heart had been broken at some point, and in this strange, painful way, she was connected to all of them. She was not alone. This is what I want you to hear today. You who are carrying sadness right now, you who wonder if anyone else feels this lost, this heavy, this quietly broken, you are not the only one. Behind every smile you pass on the street, there is someone who has known grief. Behind every closed door, there is a family that has lost something. Behind every calm face, there is a heart that has ached the way yours is aching now. Your sadness does not separate you from the world. It connects you to it. Every human being who has ever lived has known this weight. Every soul has felt this ache. You are part of an ancient, invisible family of people who have loved and lost and kept going anyway. And there is something strangely comforting in that, is there not? You are not broken. You are not alone. You are simply beautifully human. My friend, I want to tell you something about your sadness, something you may not have considered before. Your sadness is not punishment. It is not proof that you are broken. It is not evidence that something is wrong with you. It is not a sign that you have failed at life or that you are weaker than everyone else. Let me explain what it really is. Your sadness is proof that you are human, that you have loved someone or something deeply enough to feel their absence, that you have hoped for things that matter, that you have cared about this life, about the people in it, about the beauty and the pain of being alive. Do you see? Only a heart that has felt joy can feel sadness. Only a soul that has opened itself to love can feel this kind of ache. Only a person who has truly lived can carry this weight. Think about it for a moment. A stone does not feel sadness. It cannot. It has never loved. It has never hoped. It has never opened itself to another living thing. But you have. You have loved people who left. You have believed in things that did not come to pass. You have given your heart to moments that could not last forever. And now you carry the echo of all that loving, all that hoping, all that caring. Of course you feel sad. Only a heart that has dared to feel deeply can know this kind of pain. Your sadness means you are alive, my friend. Fully, deeply, beautifully alive. It means you have not closed yourself off from the world. It means you have not built walls so high that nothing can touch you. It means you have remained open, vulnerable, willing to feel. And that takes tremendous courage. So when you wonder if there is something wrong with you for feeling this way, I want you to remember this. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not damaged. You are not defective. You are simply someone who has lived with an open heart in a world that breaks hearts. And that is not weakness. That is strength. Most people spend their whole lives trying to avoid this feeling. They build defenses. They numb themselves. They close their hearts so tightly that nothing can get in. And yes, they protect themselves from sadness, but they also protect themselves from joy, from love, from the full experience of being human. You have not done that. You have remained open. You have continued to feel. You have allowed yourself to be touched by this life, even when it hurts. That is not something to be ashamed of, my friend. That is something to honor. Your sadness is not your enemy. It is not something to be conquered or overcome or pushed away as quickly as possible. It is a teacher. It is showing you what matters to you, what you value, what you have loved enough to grieve for. And in a strange way, it is also showing you that you are capable of great love, because you cannot feel this depth of sadness without first having felt a depth of love. The two are connected, inseparable. To love deeply is to risk sadness. To open your heart is to risk having it broken. But the alternative is to never love at all, to never open, to never feel, and that, my friend, is not really living. So your sadness is not proof that something is wrong. It is proof that you have done something profoundly right. You have loved, you have cared, you have lived with your whole heart. And even though it hurts right now, even though the weight feels unbearable, I want you to know that this sadness is sacred. It is the price we pay for loving in a world where nothing lasts forever. And it is worth it, every moment of it. So now, my friend, let me tell you how to be with this sadness, not how to fix it, not how to make it go away, but how to hold it gently while it is here, because that is what it needs. First, do not rush to fix it. I know the world tells you otherwise. I know there is pressure to be positive, to look on the bright side, to snap out of it and move on. But sadness cannot be rushed. It has its own timing, its own rhythm, and when you try to force it away before it is ready to leave, you only make it heavier. So give yourself permission to feel what you feel, without judgment, without shame, without the need to explain it away or make it smaller than it is. Your sadness is allowed to be here. You are allowed to be here with it. Second, do not shame yourself for feeling it. This is important, my friend. So many people carry two burdens, the sadness itself and then the shame of feeling sad, the belief that they should be stronger, that they should be over this by now, that something is wrong with them for still hurting. But there is nothing wrong with you. Sadness is not a moral failing. It is not weakness. It is not something to be ashamed of. It is simply part of being human. So be gentle with yourself. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love who is hurting, with kindness, with compassion, with patience. You deserve that gentleness too. Now, here is something I learned many years ago that changed everything for me. Sit with your sadness the way you would sit with an old friend, not an enemy, not a stranger, but a friend who has come to visit. Make space for it, give it your attention, let it speak, and ask it gently, "What are you trying to tell me?" Because sadness is not random, my friend. It carries messages. It has things to say. Sometimes sadness is grief that needs to be honored, a loss that you have not fully allowed yourself to feel, a goodbye that you rushed past, a person or a time or a version of yourself that you miss deeply. And this sadness is saying, slow down, look at what you have lost, let yourself mourn it properly. Sometimes sadness is exhaustion that needs rest. You have been pushing too hard for too long. You have been running on empty. You have been giving and giving without receiving, and this sadness is saying, stop, rest. You cannot pour from an empty cup anymore. Sometimes sadness is a signal that something must change, a relationship that is draining you, a job that is crushing your spirit, a way of living that does not honor who you are, and this sadness is saying, pay attention, something here is not right, it is time to make a different choice. Listen to it, my friend, not with fear, not with resistance, but with curiosity. Your sadness knows things that your mind does not. It sees what you have been too busy to notice. It feels what you have been too afraid to acknowledge. So sit with it. Listen to it. Let it teach you what it came to teach. And I want to protect you from something, my friend. Do not let anyone tell you that you should be grateful and positive all the time. Do not let anyone pressure you to perform happiness when you do not feel it. You are allowed to feel sad. You are allowed to have days when you are not okay. You are allowed to take as much time as you need to heal. There is no timeline for grief, no deadline for sadness, no rule that says you should be over this by now. So move at your own pace, honor your own process, trust your own heart. And know that this sadness you are holding right now, it will not last forever. It is here to teach you something, to show you something, to help you grow in ways you cannot yet see. But it will not stay. Nothing does. So for now, be with it. Hold it gently. Listen to what it has to say, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. And now, my friend, I want to tell you something that I need you to hold on to. Something true, something certain. Your sadness is not permanent. I know it feels that way right now. I know when you are in the middle of it, it feels like it will never end, like this heaviness will be with you forever. But it will not. Sadness comes, like rain, and like rain it passes. It moves through you. It changes shape. It softens, and eventually it clears. Not because you did anything to make it go away, not because you were strong enough or positive enough or healed enough, but because that is the nature of sadness. It does not stay. Nothing does. The sun does not forget how to shine, my friend. It is only hidden for a time, behind the clouds, behind the storm, but it is still there, and it will come back. Your joy will return, not because you forced it, not because you thought positive thoughts or tried hard enough to feel better, but because that is the nature of life. Light always follows darkness, always. I have lived long enough to see this pattern repeat itself again and again. In my own life, in the lives of people I love, in the turning of the seasons. Winter always feels like it will last forever, but spring always comes. The night always feels endless, but morning always breaks, and your sadness, as heavy as it is right now, will lift. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it will lift. One day soon, you will wake up and notice that the weight in your chest is a little lighter. You will take a breath that feels a little easier. You will find yourself smiling at something small, and you will realize that somewhere along the way, without you even noticing, the sadness began to pass. You will laugh again, my friend. You will feel hope again. You will look forward to things again, not because you earned it, not because you deserved it, but because you survived the sadness. And that survival, that endurance, that quiet strength you showed by simply continuing to breathe through the hard days has changed you, made you deeper, softer, more compassionate, more human. So this is my blessing for you today. If you are sad, be sad. Do not fight what you feel. Do not rush it. Do not shame yourself for needing time. You are allowed to feel this way for as long as you need to feel this way. You are not alone in this, my friend. Every soul on this earth knows this weight. Every person you pass on the street has carried this burden at some point. You are part of something ancient and shared, a human family bound together by love and loss, and the courage to keep going. And I want you to know that you are going to be okay. Not perfect, not without struggles, not without more hard days ahead, but okay. You are going to wake up one morning and realize that the worst has passed, that you made it through, that you are still here, still standing, still capable of feeling and loving and hoping, and that will be enough, more than enough. So be gentle with yourself today. Be patient with your heart. Trust the process of healing, even when you cannot see it happening. The rain will pass, my friend. It always does. And when it does, you will be ready for the sun.